Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with another Chatty Get Ready With Me or weekly catch up. As always, I'm gonna jump right in and I'm just gonna move closer here. Okay, so today I'm gonna be using this foundation. I pull this out like I don't know, every few months, and I can't ever remember if I actually like this or not. It's the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. I've got mine in the shade 20, Golden Ivory, and this is one that I don't know if I like it or not. I can never really remember, so my skin is looking pretty good today. So I have been taking that NAD supplement for probably a month, and I can already tell a difference in my skin. It's like, I don't know, it's like softening the wrinkles. It's really weird. I don't even know really how to explain it, but it's just made my skin so like, I don't know, the moisture level, and I haven't really changed my skincare. So, and I don't think that any kind of skincare alone could have results like this. This is definitely, you can tell it's definitely coming from like internally and not from like skincare, if that makes sense. But yeah, I I need to immediately order some more NAD because I don't want to be without it now. It's just been it really I really have been seeing a difference with it. So anyways, yeah, I'll be taking that for the long term. It is such good stuff. I've got so many baby hairs coming in like all around along my hairline from where I've just been like working really hard to grow my hair back in thicker and to just grow it longer in general. If you guys want specific videos on any of that stuff, like my skincare, or what I use in my hair and different stuff like that, just let me know. Like I can definitely do those kinds of videos. Most of the time I'm just like, I don't think people would be too interested in it, but I don't know. Anyways, so Charlotte and I watched that new movie last night called The Substance with Demi Moore. And oh my gosh, we loved it so much. We both really, really enjoyed that movie. I had read or I had seen reviews of it from people that said that at the end it gets like really, really campy. So I was expecting that, and I still really liked it, even though it did get very, very campy, like almost beyond campy. Like it got really, really outrageous at the end. But I really, really enjoyed it. Charlotte really enjoyed it. It was funny because she kept asking me, she's like, Mom, what does campy mean? And I'm like, I don't know. It means like exaggerated, like over the top, like almost like silly. It's hard to explain the word campy, but I did my best. But she was like, I just don't get it. I just don't understand what campy means. Like, I know, baby. It's one of those words that's just kind of, I don't know, kind of a weird word. But yeah, I watched that, loved it. We watched The Family Stone. So Charlotte's birthday was this past Tuesday, and my mom came up. My in-laws came and saw her, and yeah, it was just a good time. She enjoyed it. It was fun. She got a lot of stuff for her birthday. And yeah, she just had a good time. But anyways, when my mom was here, we watched The Family Stone, which is just one of my favorite Christmas movies. I just think it's just such a good movie. The Family Stone, Home Alone, and Christmas Vacation. Those are my movies that I have to watch. Like every year. I love them so much. I'm going to use instead of my Becca, I'm going to use my Chic Glam Bright Eyes Cooling Concealer. But yeah, so that has been that's what has been going on around here. Like I'm I'm out of my routine, which is like the worst thing that can happen to me because I just don't function well when I'm out of my routine. And I'm definitely out of my routine right now. Use a brush for this. Gosh, this Shein concealer has even way more coverage than the Becca. I mean, it's wild, and that's like a $6 concealer. It's so crazy. I also started watching, I don't know if I mentioned it last week that I was going to start watching. I started watching this show that's on Hulu called Under the Bridge. And it's based on a true story that happened on Vancouver Island, like right outside of Victoria in Canada, which Vancouver Island is just one of my favorite places on the planet. I love it there. Every time I get back home, I try to, which I haven't been back home to Seattle since like 2010, but I try to go to Victoria because I love it. It's just such a beautiful city. But anyways, it takes place there and it's pretty good. It's pretty dark. It's like a pretty dark show. I guess it's more dark than I thought it was going to be, but yeah, it is based on a true story. I can't believe, well, media wasn't the same back then as it is now, so I can't believe that I had never heard of what happened. But basically, I'm opening this. This is the Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer in the shade Light. This is a brand new one. I've had this for like a couple of years now. It's a backup, and I'm just now getting around to opening this one. So, because I mean, this is my favorite concealer of life. I don't even know if they make this anymore because I've got so many other concealers that I've been going through, which is just silly. It's funny because there's this like trend going on TikTok right now about like, you know, doing your makeup the way that makeup was done like the year you were born. And I want to do it so bad because I was born in 1979 and makeup back then was just so like, it was kind of simple, but at the same time it was, I don't know, they were all about the eyes and like really lining the eyes and eyeliner. So I don't know, sometimes I think that, sorry, I'm having to click this thing a million times to get it to come out. I kind of want to do it, but then I'm like, oh, but that means I have to post on TikTok and I'm just not very good at TikTok. So, yeah. We're gonna start with that. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this out and use it like every time I do my makeup until I run through it because it's old. It is brand new, but it's still old and I don't want it to go bad. I love it though. It's just such a beautiful concealer. I'm gonna put some powder under my eyes because I'm gonna use my Becca. This has also been discontinued. This is the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh powder. I love this powder. It's so good. So this is hilarious. I need to start. This is another thing I've thought about posting on TikTok. Like I sometimes have I sometimes see the funniest things when I'm in Walmart and because I'm in there like so much, you know, because I do the delivery or whatever. I was in there yesterday and I got behind this older couple. They were probably like in their 70s or something. And they're just kind of, you know, they're just kind of putzing along, doing whatever. And all of a sudden I see this woman, we're coming up to where we're like on the main thoroughfare going through kind of the middle of the store, kind of the front of the store behind where all the registers are. And we're coming up onto where there's an entrance coming in. So, you know, we're like this and there's an entrance of people coming this way. And this woman is coming and the older couple is like walking this way and the woman is coming this way. And she's like pushing her cart, not paying any attention because I've said this just a million times that people just don't pay attention. There's like no self-awareness anymore. People are so wrapped up in themselves. They don't care if they run into people. Like they just, it's awful. It's a real problem. But anyways, the woman runs into him, like, because she's looking behind her and she's pushing a cart, looking behind her. She's got like 3 kids with her. She's an older woman, probably like in her 60s or so. Sometimes grumpy older people are just the funniest thing ever, because it's so true that as you age, your level of tolerance just diminishes so much. And like you get to the point where you can't control what comes out of your mouth. And man, the woman, when she hits him, obviously she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And she kind of starts laughing about it like it's funny. It's not funny, dude. Like, something's got to give. But anyways, the man stops and he said, so they kind of, she hits him and then they kind of separate and he kind of starts going forward again. And she's still just like stupidly laughing about it. And then he says, because he's a grumpy older man, he said, and in his thick Southern accent, so freaking funny, "If we'd have been out on the road, we'd be dead." Oh my gosh. And I was like right behind them the whole time. And the woman just was like, "Oh, ha ha ha," and just thought that was the funniest thing too. It was like, oh, he wasn't trying to be funny. He was being serious, because if you're like that in here, you're probably like that on the road too. And you're not paying attention and you're running into people. Like, it's insane. But yeah, it was so funny. If we'd have been out on the road, we'd be dead. Oh goodness, cranky older people crack me up. But I love to see it. I love to see it because, at some point, like, these people that are just not paying attention think it's fine to ram into people, something's got to change. Like, they've got to start paying attention. Speaking of which, Charlotte and I, we were getting home from being out. It was probably about 6:30 at night, and we pulled into, we live in apartments, so we pulled into our parking lot, and I have my door open, so like my interior light's on, she's got her door open, like we're collecting all of our stuff to get out, and all of a sudden we both hear this like bang crunch, like really loudly. And I look up and it's like in the parking spot diagonal from me. And I was like, oh, that sucks. Somebody just hit somebody else's car. That person threw it in reverse and took off. Just took off. Hit and run somebody's car in the parking lot. And I was like, oh no. So I walked over to because the guy, I don't know him, but I know which guy that car belongs to. So I was like, well, I'll see if I see him, I'll tell him that somebody, and I can, describe the car. Well, I wasn't the only one that saw it. There was another guy that was out in the parking lot too. And he was like, he walked over and he saw it from the back and I saw it from the front. So I saw exactly like the hitting happen. And he was like, did that car just hit that other car and drive off? And I was like, yep. And he was like, that is so messed up. So we're kind of looking at the car, just assessing the damage. And he was like, yeah, I thought it was like a little Hyundai, like those new Hyundai Elantras that have like the really thin hood. And I just think they're super ugly. Sorry, I hope that doesn't offend anybody. If you have one, but anyways, so I said, I think it was a Hyundai. And he was like, no, I think it was a Toyota. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. He said, I think it was a Corolla or a Camry or something. And I was like, oh, yeah, because the new Corollas kind of look like those Hyundais too. They have that weird hood. But anyways, he was like, yeah, it had a paper tag on it. I've seen that car here. Because I was like, does that person even live here? Like, what in the heck? He was like, oh, yeah, I've seen that car out here a lot. So he was like, do you have the guy that like manages our apartments? He asked me if I had his number, and I was like, no, but my husband does. My husband was pulling in right at that time, so as soon as he pulled in, I ran over to him and I was like, hey, can you text so and so, the manager of the apartment, and ask if they can pull the camera footage because somebody just did a hit and run in the parking lot. And he was like, yeah, okay. So he texts him. I don't know if anything happened. I have been seeing the car that performed the hit and run in the parking lot. So they definitely live here. That's wild though. That was one of the crappiest things I've seen in a really long time. I'm going to use this blush. I picked this up from Dollar Tree. This is the Be Pure Clean Beauty Lip Color and Cream Blush Duo. Let me see if this has a color listed on it. I'm like in the process right now of looking for the perfect red blush. I want a red blush, just red, not orangey, not coral, not pinky red. Like I want red. They say that red is like the blush that makes you look the most like naturally flushed, which is exactly what I'm looking for. But anyways, this is the closest I found so far. This is again from Dollar Tree, and it's red, but it's like almost an orangey red, which I don't know. I'm going to try it. I have not tried this on my skin yet. I don't know. Yeah, it's been an exciting week around here. I really hope that that person was held accountable because that's really messed up. Like, I understand that hitting somebody's car sucks. Like, that sucks. I hate it for them. Accidents happen. I totally get it, but you cannot just drive away. You cannot just damage somebody's property and drive away. And if you have a paper tag, if you just bought a brand new car, then, you had to get insurance. So it's not like they were uninsured. I mean, maybe they were, but I don't think so. It's really hard to have a brand new car and be uninsured. So that's that blush. It's really pretty. It actually does go on as like much more of a pinky red than like a orangey red, the way that it looked. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, that NAD supplement has it's wild. It's taken like years off of my skin. Like if you see me in person, yeah, I used to have like pretty deep wrinkles right here. And these are just, they don't even go all the way down my chin anymore. They're so softened up now. And even the wrinkles in my forehead aren't nearly as deep as they had been. It's wild. It's really crazy. Okay. I also picked this up from Dollar Tree. I don't even know if I've tested this yet. This is the Be Pure Glow Up Highlighter with hyaluronic acid. And it says it's in the shade bronze. This is not bronze. This is definitely like a champagne color. So I'm gonna just tap that on. I also made my mom watch that whole Jean-Benet Ramsey documentary because I wanted her opinion. Because she said that she remembers really following it when it happened, but she hasn't continued to follow it throughout the years and like watch all the documentaries and stuff like I have. So I kind of would fill in. I filled in a lot of the missing information, stuff that they did not address in the documentary for her. And yeah, she was like, this is insane. She said that the way that those parents acted, she said they never are showing true emotion. Like, there's never an actual real tear. There is never any true grief on their faces. Like she said, something is really off. And I was like, thank you. I'm glad which I know I'm not the only one. There's so many people that feel like that too. So I know I'm definitely not alone in that, but yeah, it's such a horrific crime. And that's what she said. She was like, this is absolutely horrifying. Like I forgot how horrifying it was. And I was like, yep, it is absolutely horrifying. So I'm trying really hard to just embrace my naturally thin eyebrows. Because, they're just, I overplucked in the 90s, like a lot of us did. And they're never coming back. Like, they're just never coming back. So I think I just need to embrace my thin eyebrows because it just, it is what it is. So I've got so many freaking eyeshadow palettes that I haven't used in so long. So I'm trying to like pull some stuff out that I haven't used in a really long time. And the palette that I'm going to use today, I don't know that I've ever actually used it, like ever. Oh yeah, gosh, back to the Under the Bridge story. I completely forgot I was even talking about that. Yeah, it's based on a true story. It's about this girl. She was an Indian girl, and her family had emigrated to Canada. Like her mom's parents were the ones that had come from India. So they had been there. So she was like third generation. Anyways, it's heartbreaking. It is a really heartbreaking story because I'm pretty sure the girl never felt like she fit in, and she started doing really, really bad things to try to make friends, but was just going about it in a completely wrong way. And the people that she was trying to befriend were just really not the kinds of people that you would want your children to be friends with. And so it just caused like a lot of issues in her family, and she just ended up doing some pretty heinous things to try to like get away from her parents. Anyways, it's really, really sad because the whole show, and this isn't a spoiler, like the whole show's premise is based on the fact that she ends up getting unalived, and the whole show is based on trying to find out who did it to her. And they did because anytime I'm going to watch a true story, I will always do the research first so that I know what's true and what's not. And as far as her story, it's pretty true. I think some of the like peripheral stuff that's going on, like with the cop and the writer and that kind of stuff, I think that stuff is, kind of a lot of it's fictional. Though I am pretty sure that a girl named Rebecca did write a book about the situation. I just don't know how true that part of the story is. I'll research that later, but I was just more interested in learning the details of what actually happened to the girl. Okay, this is the palette that I'm going to be using today. I wish I had a Christmas palette. I used to have a Christmas palette, and I do have one that I may use next week. But I just did a kind of reddy look, and it's got like a lot of reds and golds and things in it. And I just did a red look last week, so I want to do something different this week. But anyways, this is the Morphe Mickey and Friends Truth Be Bold palette. Charlotte used to play with this palette when she was younger, and I've never actually used it. So I'm probably going to stick to pretty neutral colors, that in the crease. I want to do this all over the lid, and then this in the center of the lid. And this is like a darker brown color, but it's got a really beautiful like goldy shift in it. So if I end up having to lighten it up, I will. I'm pretty sure that Morphe kind of got in trouble because you're not supposed to use a lot of these shades on your eyes. but I'm going to. So I hope you guys are all ready for Christmas. I pretty much am. I got my husband's present ordered. It's on the way. Charlotte said she wants me to buy her Shein cart. And I told her it's not going to get here by Christmas time, especially from Shein, because, you know, Shein, a lot of the stuff ships from China, so it's not going to get here. And she was like, I don't care. She's going to get massive amounts of presents from everybody else, though, so it doesn't matter. And she knows that. She'll be having Christmas presents come long after Christmas, probably. Well, not long after, but definitely after Christmas. And just like now, it's 3 days after her birthday, and she still has stuff coming in the mail because she wanted her TikTok shop. So, her TikTok shop cart, sorry. And she found some really cute stuff on TikTok shop. She found a couple of really cute tank tops and a cute pair of pants and a cute little pair of shorts that she really wanted. She found one of those cute, like, stringy things that hang in the doorway. It's like sparkly pink and it's got rosebuds at the top and it's super cute. But my husband and I told her, we're like, that is one big massive cat toy. Then we don't think it's gonna make it up there because, you know, our cats are they're gonna think that's a toy and they're gonna pull it down, and they did promptly. So my husband and I have to figure out another way. I think I'm gonna try like command hooks. I think that'll be the best. That'll probably be the best option. But anyways, I'm super excited because you guys know if you follow, most of you guys are gonna know that I'm kind of having a moment with sand and fog oils, and I figured out pretty quickly that they're all dupes of other fragrances. So I had to do a deep dive and find out what they're all dupes for. So I have a huge list. I'm going to do a whole video about it because there are probably other people that, you know, are curious too. So at least there will be like a reference video on YouTube for people to reference if they want to know about sand and fog oils. There are so many of them. I had the best time like figuring it all out. And then sweet Larive sent me she sent me a genre parfums smelling meal package. I'm so excited to share those with everybody. We're going to be doing a chocolate video this week because somebody requested it like a while ago, and I haven't done it yet, so I need to. Yeah, and then I think I'm going to go ahead and do the Christmas video this week too because it's getting kind of close, and I feel like I cut it too close. Like with the Thanksgiving video, I actually uploaded it on Thanksgiving, which is kind of fun, but you kind of need to do those earlier. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go in with this brown. We're going to see if it's super dark. I'm trying to think I've got on my TikTok feed just a massive amount of videos about the drones in New Jersey, which I don't buy it, dude. They are willfully allowing people to think that those are UFOs. I don't think so. I think that those are ours, because if they were UFOs, they would be shooting them down. Let me take that back. I believe strongly that if they did not know what those were, they would be engaging, at least. They'd be sending up planes, they would be sending up other drones, they would be trying to figure out desperately what they are. And they're just not, because they know what they are. And I truly believe that. So, like, yeah, as much as I would love to think the aliens are here to save us, I just don't think that's the case. And must be some kind of a massive agenda for them to be wanting, like actively wanting people to believe that. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Something's fishy, and I do not trust it. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Have you been seeing stuff about it? If so, what do you think about it? Do you think it's like actual real UFOs? What do you think? I would love to know. I hope this lighting is okay. I don't know. It looks like it's kind of dark and like maybe you can't see the colors. But I can't really tell. I'm kind of scared. I was gonna put this green in the middle, this like sparkly green right in the middle of my lid, but I'm a little bit nervous too. Let me see. Let me swatch it first and see. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. Oh, whoa. Okay, well, I'm gonna highlight under my brow bone with this color that Charlotte kind of ruined. But yeah, the substance. If you guys, Demi Moore looks great for her age. I think she's like in her 60s and she looks really good. That was such a good movie. Now I'm just like dying for that horror movie. It's an A24 movie too, and I love A24 movies. It's called Heretic, the one with what's his name? Hugh Grant. And he's like he's, you know, scary. I'm so excited to see that, but it's like it still costs like $20 to rent, which I'm not gonna pay $20 to rent a movie. But it looks so good. Charlotte, we watched the preview for it last night, and Charlotte was like, I want to watch it. And I was like, I know, I do too. As soon as it goes down to $5 to rent, we'll do it. Because last time I paid $20 to rent a movie, I think it was, she wanted to see Pearl. I think it was back when Pearl had first come out. She wanted to see it so bad. So I was like, all right, I'll pay the $20 for it. And I was like, oh, I'm never going to do that again. That was so silly. Because really, normally you just have to wait like a couple weeks and it'll come down in price. Ooh, I did watch, I think maybe I told you guys that I watched Alien Romulus too. I love the Alien movies. I watched that like a couple weeks ago. Which it's on Hulu, and which is wild because that's a pretty new movie. Like it hasn't been long ago that it was in the theaters. I love it. I'm such an Alien girl because I grew up with Alien. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna do. I usually don't do eyeshadow this dark, but we're doing it. My brown liner here. But yeah, if you are an Alien fan, I definitely recommend it. It's really good. It brought back some of the oldie characters and it was really good. I've been like desperately, I've been going to TJ Maxx at least once a week, looking for, they had a whole, and I do not know why I didn't pick it up when I saw it. I need to stop doing this. I'm not going to do this anymore because I'll think, oh, I don't need that. I've already got so many shampoos, so much stuff. And I just sent my mom home with a whole bunch of shampoo and oil and different things, leave-ins, because she just really needed it. Her hair it's thinned a lot, but a lot of it is because when I actually really got to looking at her hair, a lot of it is because it's breaking. Like her hair's not getting any longer because it's breaking. She's got a bunch of different lengths in it and it's breaking really badly. And I told her it's because you're not using a heat protectant. It's also because you're just not protecting your strands well enough, like, you know, your lengths. So I got her on a whole regimen. I sent her home with a bunch of stuff. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have gotten the shampoo and the leave-in of the Eliza Becca stuff because I've got the protein collagen rinse treatment or something, and it is literally one of the best conditioners I've ever used in my life. It is so stinking good, and now I am sick that I didn't pick up the shampoo and the leave-in when I had the chance. So I've been going back into TJ Maxx like once a week looking to see if they are gonna get any more in. and they haven't. So I'm thinking we have a Marshall's across town. So I'm thinking that I'm going to, I guess I'll go over to that Marshall's and see if maybe they have any. For some reason, it seems like Marshall's gets better stuff than TJ Maxx. Is it just me, or does Marshall's get better stuff than TJ Maxx? I just feel like they do. I also just ordered a whole bunch of bras off of TikTok shop because I got 2 different styles and I got like 12 different bras for like $32. They were so inexpensive. They were five, maybe I got 10. They were either 5-packs or 6-packs. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think there were 5-packs. But each 5-pack was like $15. They were so inexpensive. Plus I got free shipping. So I was like, I love TikTok shop. I'm like obsessed with it because you can just get some of the best deals on there. I'm like looking at iHerb because I need to re-up on my NAD supplement, and you can find some that's a little bit cheaper, but you really don't want to go cheap with your NAD supplement. Like you want a really good quality one. And the one that I'm using is the Roos Research one, which, oh my gosh, it's working for me. So I'll probably stick with that one. But there's another one that you can get on TikTok shop that people say is really good too. I'm gonna do my bottom lashes today. Usually I don't. But I feel like my bottom lashes, I don't know, I feel like I need a little bit of the darkness. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So I'll probably just end up getting it off of TikTok shop again because it's a really good one. And why try to fix something that isn't broken? I just really, really like ordering from iHerb. It's just such a good site and I really try to support it. But yeah, there's another supplement, another brand of NAD, and it's like a liposomal NAD, which I don't know if that's better. I know that NAD is like, if I remember correctly, NAD is fat soluble. So I try to, I usually take it at night after I've eaten dinner, because usually I eat some sort of fat with dinner. And because I know it's fat soluble, I want to make sure that I'm, taking it correctly so that it actually works. And it's made a difference. I don't know if you can tell on camera. It might be too subtle. It might be too subtle for anybody else to tell because I'm used to seeing my face every day, so I can tell really subtle changes. But I'm telling you, if like you're aging and you've got aging skin, boy, I can't recommend it enough. I've only been taking it for like a month and I've really, really already seen a difference. I mean, you can even see when I lift my forehead, like the wrinkles just are not as deep as they have been. I mean, it's wild. I don't even know. It's wild. Like, look. That's me lifting my eyebrows and, really, really trying to get my forehead wrinkles. And they're just so, I don't know, they're just so much less wrinkly. Okay, for my lips, I'm going to be using, I also picked this up at Dollar Tree. I don't know why it was a Dollar Tree makeup day, but because I pick stuff up all the time and then I'll forget to even test it. I try to leave it all on my desk here so that I do actually use it. But this is the Be Pure Silky Lip Cream, and this is in the shade called Pink Velvet. It says with hydrating hyaluronic acid. This is supposed to be a dupe for something. I can't remember exactly what, but I know it's going to need a lip liner. So this is the Essence Stay 8-Hour Lip Liner Waterproof. It's got a sharpener in it. This is in the shade called Keep Receipts. Why would it need a sharpener? It's like oh yeah, it does have a sharpener. It's like a twist up. I'm going to be so glad when Christmas is over this year. I don't know why. I got really, I didn't even turn my lights on back there. That's okay. Like I got really into the fall season and Halloween, and I started really early with fall and Halloween. And so because I did that, it made the fall and Halloween season feel really long, uh, which I loved. But I think it somehow made me um, not be feeling Christmas this year, if that makes sense. That's such a pretty pink. It's a really pretty lip liner. I need to go to Ulta. My mom got me a $50 gift card to Ulta, and I haven't gone in yet to look at anything. I really need to. There's this heat styling cream that I really want from Kenra, I think it's called. And I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Number one, the color is gross. Number two, I don't like the formula. No, I don't like that. This is my towel that I use it's like a microfiber towel that I use to wipe my brushes off on, but I'm going to use it to get this off. To get this lipstick off because it's ugly. I don't like it at all. That's going straight in the trash. I don't recommend that one. Not in that shade, but I wouldn't even pick this up in another shade because I don't like the formulation. It's like matte and ew, it's just gross. Okay, that's a fail. That's going in the trash. Let me see. I've got this butter gloss sitting here. This is the NYX butter gloss in the shade Strawberry Cheesecake. Ooh, I think this one's a little too pink. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh, it's so bright. I like it. It's pretty, but I don't think it's great with this eye look, but it matches the bright pink in my sweater, so I might just keep it on. I do love a bright pink lipstick. I think I'm gonna leave it. I think it's cute. Ooh, I've been filming for 51 minutes. This is a long one. But anyways, you guys, oh, let me show you the makeup look. So this is what the eyes turned out like. I think that it's okay. It's not my favorite look I've ever done, but I love these eyeshadows are really shiny and beautiful. The green almost overtook the brown, so I don't really see the brown anymore at all. The brown did have a really strong gold shift in it though. So that's why it probably, especially on camera, it's all looking the same color, like that green, but it's pretty. But yeah, there's my skin up close. I don't know. You guys tell me if you think that NAD has made a difference. I think it has. Like I know it has. Which makes me happy because I just turned 45 and like I'm not afraid of aging, but I really don't want to start looking, really aged. Like, and 45 isn't that old, but I just have this fear of like my face falling. And, when you start to really get into middle age and like youth is fleeting, it does get, it's not like, horrifying or anything, but it does, you just get a little scared that things are going to start looking bad. But anyways, I'm going to be quiet. That is the lip. I think it's really pretty. I think it really matches some of the bright pink in my sweater, my old school, almost vintage Gap sweaters at this point. I've got this one and another one that came out this year with this collection. I love this old school Fair Isle sweater though. I remember back in that year, Katie Holmes had this, and they had a matching hat and a matching scarf that went with this. If I could ever find the matching hat and scarf, I'd be so happy. I love this cute little Fair Isle sweater. Anyways, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna be quiet. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.